This is a Cougar Sports minicast brought to you by CRE2U.com, your gateway to commercial real estate. Get fractional ownership on commercial real estate with 6% guaranteed returns at CRE2U.com.
I think people have talked about how important BYU football is by showing that there was a change that was made. I do know it will take a while. It's BYU, the hiring process but it is really difficult at BYU, even once you pick your guy, how long it takes for the approval and all those different things. And so that is hard to get the right candidate and then explain to him how long it's going to take, because it is unlike anything else in the country. A coach says, hey, I want you, and then it's done. Coach, here, they can't really offer the job. They can say, I want you, but that doesn't mean you can have the job. And so it's really an interesting dynamic, and it's something that plays into decisions on fit, on how you're explaining the job to someone. And so that's it will be a little while, longer than in other places, but they'll get it right. I love Coach Kalani and what he's doing, what he stands for, and they'll get it right. And I'm excited for us to win more games, and then I'm also excited for the fans to recognize how hard it is to win at BYU, and when I hope we appreciate all the wins that start coming and what Coach Rose is doing with this team this year.
I got to ask another question. How much more difficult is it to hire a non-LDS coach?
It's the same. It's just the timing. It's just how long it takes. You have to explain a little bit more to them, because then you're bringing in, explaining what's expected of them and what does it mean, and is it all the time, or is it sometimes, is it on campus, is it off campus? No, it's all the time anywhere you're at. And then you have to explain to them the hiring process. You have to explain to them who they're meeting with and what it's like. And so as far as the process, it's the same. As far as explaining it, it's harder to explain. It needs to be talked about. You can't just say, hey, why aren't we like this? It's not apples to apples. We know that, but it needs to be brought up in how it's harder. And it's harder for a reason, and I get it. It just needs to be talked about.
You just listened to a Cougar Sports minicast brought to you by CRE2U.com, your gateway to commercial real estate. For the entire interview, go to ESPN960sports.com or to our iTunes podcast feed.